Good morning, my beautiful angel. So I just recorded the first part of the reading and it had no sound. It's totally my fault. I'm not even going to blame spirit and sign because I had my Bluetooth sort of connected to my Marshall, and it doesn't matter. My fault, okay? So I'm just gonna sometimes it happens, and I'm just gonna bottom line this for you. So we're gonna do a reading today similar to yesterday's one. I really wanted to it's the 9th of the 9th of the 9th today. Huge portal, powerful portal to close cycles, to end certain things and leave them behind. It's a really powerful energy. So I wanted to tap into what is it that you need to close out, right? A message from your guides. What is it that you need to close out, really leave behind in this energy of the 9th of the 9th of the 9th to start a new cycle? And second thing, what do you need to focus on? Because if you've been watching me, I've been talking about this between the 7th and the 21st of September. We are in between eclipses and we are in a powerful window of opportunity when we can really course correct and adjust and go towards our northern node. So everything that we will do in those 2 weeks will be multiplied 10 times fold energetically. So we have to focus on really doing things that we love, that we enjoy, that we feel that they're part of our mission or passion, that we want more of in life, right? Whatever you want more of, do that. This is not a time for excuses. This is not time for distractions. This is a time for action. And I'm not saying that you have to be roaming around. If you really want relaxation and peace in your life, you're more than welcome to, spend half of your day meditating. It's just asking yourself, okay, what life do I want to live? This is in my mind's eye, this is my highest, most aligned timeline. I want peace, I want love, I want adventure, whatever it is that you want, do more of that. Right? To do more of things that ignite you. So we're going to also ask, what is it that your guides want you to do? So to start, as always, I was talking about this, that on this channel we train discernment. This is not a channel for people who are in denial and who blame others and lie for everything that's happening to them. On this channel with me, I'm a psychic medium, I'm a shadow worker. I will help you to see your shadows. On this channel we want to grow. We want to do self-work. We want to make an effort. So this is not a channel where I'm going to be like, yay, he's returning, he loves you, he's going to be here on Friday, okay? I'm going to tell you, we believe in law of attraction here. What you are, that's what you attract. Not what you manifest, not what you wish, not what you lack. Who you are, the vibration you're at. So this is where we try to raise your vibration, right? So if the first part of my reading doesn't resonate, it means it is not your reading. You cannot take parts of my reading and claim. If this does not resonate, try yesterday's ones, tomorrow's ones. I have 7 collectives at this point. 5 are divine collectives. So I'm sure you're going to find something for yourself. Of course, you're always welcome to stay. Every collective carries beautiful universal messages, but just make sure that you're using your discernment. We've been talking about this a lot, especially in this eclipse season. Anywho, all right, I will quickly walk you through this. So your first card was stop, and I was saying that I'm not seeing this so much as a this card usually talks about no, don't go there, don't do this, red flag, but I was seeing this more as a you are really stopping to observe, which is a very important quality when we talk about healing journey, because truly when we're healed, we become the observer of our own life. We're not anxious participants. We become the observer. So you would be right now in this moment, and your second card was surrendering. And I was also hearing that you would be one of those people that you maybe suffer from overthinking, anxiety, wanting to know things, wanting to control your life. And it's like it's been brought to your attention recently, right? It's been brought to your attention, and you're trying to push yourself to use your mind and your imagination for good things, right? To create, and not to create chaos and create anxiety, right? So it's like you're trying to really stop the blockages and surrender to the flow of life. We had mystery as well. That's your first row. And we had peace, right? Mystery and peace. So what I was hearing with these is that you would be in this mindset that there's a lot of things in this life, in this journey, whatever journey you identify with, that you're not understanding, but you really, you try to keep it cool, to keep it calm, right? To allow it to happen. And what we had in your second row, there's a lot of red color, there's a lot of sort of a red is our root, but we had stop, we had rejection, so it's a bit of a fear kind of energy. We had strength as well, but with that fear and that rejection, I was hearing that this collective, you would have shadows, very strong shadows when it comes to anxiety, abandonment trauma, rejection trauma. So whatever's not going the way you want to, you blame you, right? And I feel like you've been recently made aware of this. And I've given you guys an example, and I was saying that, when we are on a journey of healing, we're not supposed to carve out and throw out our shadows. We're supposed to isolate them, to heal them, give them love, understand them, and then integrate them back in our psyche. They will always be with us. So every now and then we have to do this maintenance, right? Someone who has anxiety and big shadow of anxiety or abandonment, the shadow is always going to be within you. But when we heal, we realize that this is just a shadow. This is not true. This is not me. This is not my essence. So whenever it comes forth, and periodically, these tests are going to be smaller. They're going to be changing, but sometimes it will be coming through. It's just that we're going to have to doing that maintenance, and we're going to have to being aware of this. That's why we repeat in cycles, and we revisit shadows until they really obey, right? But I was hearing that for you, for this collective, this would be one of your first rodeos. So I feel like this collective, you're relatively new at this, right? So it would only be recently brought to, it's not like you knew for years that you had abandonment, rejection, and anxiety, okay, issues. It would have been brought to your attention in the recent cycles. And I was also saying, because we have isolation and we have rest, right? And oh, by the way, I think I did mention this. The energy that we're reading, it's something that I wanted to tap into this eclipse season. So how you've been feeling through the recent weekend, sort of a Thursday, Friday, the weekend, and the Monday's eclipse. So I was hearing that you would probably, this collective, if it's your collective, you would have spent most of your free time on your own at home, no social life. So maybe you went out for work, for some chores, pick up groceries, but overall you would choose to isolate yourself a little bit, do a little contemplation, try to find peace in madness. And what I was also, they were showing me this push and pull dynamics, right? Push and pull in the sense of you're going through a lot of things right now, okay? Certain shadows are being brought to your attention. Certain shadows are being illuminated. You are realizing, okay, maybe I have anxiety, maybe I have abandonment trauma, maybe I have rejection trauma, but in the same time, maybe I am overthinking and have control issues, but in the same time, it's like you're understanding, there's an understanding within you that it's gonna build strength within you, that it's all happening for a reason. It's like you have faith right now that you will push through, that you will learn, that you will grow, that you will conquer all these things. But again, it's this push and pull. It's like, I know it's happening for a reason, but it's so painful, but I know I'm gonna overcome this, but I cannot make sense of it right now. Do you know what I mean? Which only means that you're magical. Because if in such a beginning, 909, if in such a beginning of your journey in this collective, you would be relatively new at this. It's not like you've been healing for years. If you have the inner wisdom and inner knowing that you will overcome, that it makes sense, it's because your soul is wise, your soul is old, and you have the strength of your ancestors. That's what I'm hearing, surrounding you as well. Beautiful. All right. And this is where we got also rudely interrupted. All right, so what we're going to do now, I want to tap into your overall energy, right? Because we have done how you've been feeling in the recent days, right? Okay, but I want to do your overall energy, right? So there's always a difference, because our current energy, it's something that can be shifting, right? Sometimes our current energy, we can find ourselves in a moment of ascension. We can find ourselves in a moment of like eclipse, very intense energies externally and on earth. And we may be very receptive towards that. However, the overall energy is when we look at your life, your path, whatever journey you resonate with, where you're at, how are you like really, really, really feeling? Where's your energy? So let's tap into that. What's the energy of this collective? Queen of Swords in reverse. I'm hearing clearly that this is towards you, towards yourself, and I'm not liking this energy, to be honest. I'm hearing you're not giving yourself grace. I'm feeling you're being very harsh, critical, and pessimistic towards yourself. Towards yourself. It's like you are your biggest critic. And you shouldn't be. You should be your biggest fan. We should be our own biggest fans. It's the shadow that's taken over. 8 of Cups in reverse. Let's do 2 more. Ace of Cups in reverse as well. You guys, you're gonna need a lot of love today. And I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. I sort of, you know what? I want to confirm that 3 of Cups because it doesn't... Okay, thank you. I'm hearing what you want to say, but I still want to confirm. Okay, we have King of Wands in reverse, and we have the Fool. Okay, I hear ya. I hear ya. Okay. This is your first row. As I mentioned, unfortunately, this collective, your overall energy, you would be very critical towards yourself. I feel that one of your biggest shadows right now that you would need to address would be really lack of self-love. A lack of self-love. A lack of worthiness, I'm hearing as well. You would be quite confused right now in life. Not sure what to do with your life, how to proceed with your life, feeling maybe a little bit even stuck. A lack of purpose, I'm hearing as well. And this is it. This is this internal fight. Remember what we mentioned? It's like there's part of you, your soul, your blueprint, the voice of your ancestors that are saying to you, whatever's happening right now in your life, it's happening for a reason. It's a huge tower moment. I'm hearing external and internal that will really be the pivotal moment of your life. A moment will come when you will look back and be grateful for what's happening now, because through storm, through pain, through turmoil, I'm hearing clearly you will turn into someone that you never even imagined that you could be that. But right now you really you have to be your own cheerleader. You lack self-love. You lack determination. I feel like this collective, you would also need a bit of a structure, and we're going to do another row, but you would be reflecting a lot right now on your life, reflecting a lot why things are happening, to really, something within you is telling you that everything happens for a reason and everything always makes sense, and you try and figure out certain things. But remember, I mean, it's good to contemplate always, but remember, certain things won't make sense until we progress on our journey. It also helps us to it also really helps us to move forth. It helps us to surrender. It helps us to really surrender to the unknown, right? So you don't have to make sense of everything. Sometimes things happen that honestly, you guys, we will never know why did that happen, but it matters that we trust that it happened for reasons. You know what I mean? So again, contemplation is good, but don't let this consume you. But what I'm hearing as well with this Three of Cups, I was, confirming here. There's something that they wanting you to sort of a shift and change. And I'm hearing many things, and I don't want to really be mindful of what you do. I feel like this collective, you're really a very, I'm seeing my turtle card from Animals deck, which is wisdom. Where are we supposed to use this deck? Hold on. But what I'm hearing is that when you are a little bit overconsumed with what's going on and maybe overthinking, maybe you feel a little lonely, maybe certain shadows come to the surface, you go out and you surround yourself with situation that your guides are not liking it. I don't know how to explain this to you, because I'm not hearing for this collective that you're partying and that you're out and then you're doing silly things. I don't think it's this level of like shallowness that like every free time you go out and you then come back and sleep till like midday. But I feel like moments when when you feel loneliness and despair, you go and you spend time. I feel it's more of the energy of the places and people that is not serving you. It's way below you, right? And I don't know why I'm also hearing that you go to these places to have some sort of a control. So maybe you are connected to someone, this collective, and whenever you feel lonely, you go where you know that this person's going to be, where you know you're going to see them. Or if people who this person know, like you need a shift of perspective when it comes to that behavior. But that's an important detail, so it has to resonate, right? If it doesn't resonate, it's not your reading. But if it does, I'm hearing Pisces as well. Maybe that's either your sign, your person, someone connected to you, like Pisces energy. You have to shift. Let's confirm. Queen of Swords. Five of Swords. Five of Swords. I still feel this is internal. I still feel this is internal. It's like you're bullying yourself. Does it make sense? I'm seeing someone, it's like your aura is very dusty, very grayish. The power that we have, you guys, the power of who we are, we always take that from within. And that's the biggest misconception. People think that, when you're going to have something, you're going to be happy. When you're going to have love, the person's going to come back, the job's going to come in. Our true essence, our true magic comes from within. And people who are truly happy, balanced, healed, and spiritual, wherever we go, with whoever we are, we're just happy because we are our everything that we need. Our power comes from within. And it's like what comes from within you right now is a lot of negativity. It's like you're hostile towards yourself. It's this internal battle. It's like I'm hearing like you're almost abusive towards yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's like this self-talk, like, why did you say this? Why did you do this? Why did you go there? Why do you look like this? It's like oh no. We don't want that. There was something I wanted to say. It was like at the tip of my tongue. I'm really not liking this energy. A very, very deep lack of that self-acceptance, of that self-love. And I'm gonna say this to you, it's gonna be harsh. But if in a physical world, if you don't love yourself, no one ever will. You won't let them. You won't believe that love. You won't accept that love. You are always loved. Your guides always love you. The Most High always love you. Your higher self, your ancestors. But in the physical world, if you don't learn to love yourself and appreciate yourself, no one ever will. Eight of Cups. Nine of Swords. This just gets better and better, you guys. I want to do two more and then we'll talk. I feel like you need help, this collective. Please really consider this. You guys know that I always say this, right? I always say this. And maybe it's a bit of a shadow of mine. I don't like to force myself on people, right? And sometimes I feel people, I see people, they come on one session and I feel they're so wounded. They are so in despair. And I would want to see them on session with me every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. But you can't, I can suggest it, but no one will ever force you to heal. Because even when I'm a healer, right? So I will, whenever we talk, whenever we have sessions, I will send you healing energy. I will share my healing vibration, but you have to be the one to adjust to that. You have to be the one to take action. But I feel this collective, you do need help. So if you resonate with my energy, if that reading resonates, really consider signing up for a session. If you have someone else on mind and you were waiting for a sign, well, this is your sign. Empress in reverse. New moon, 1 month or next new moon, change in direction, set your intentions, new cycle begins. Okay, and that's on top of that energy of those people. Remember what we were saying? I feel there's going to be shift within you, positive shift within the next month. There is something that you're still holding on to, right? And again, this is a collective. I'm receiving a lot of vision, so but there is something that you still go to this place. You still go to those people. You still feel like you want to control something. And I feel that in the next month, you will get the opportunity to let that go, to stop doing that, because it's very much interfering with your energy. But your entire energy is very negative. There's a strong air sign. I've mentioned Pisces because I was hearing that clearly, but there's a strong air sign. So maybe you have air in your chart, but also it may be just the energy that you're like very much ungrounded right now. You're very much overthinking, right? But there is a lot of harshness, criticality, lack of self-worth, love towards yourself. You would be having problems sleeping as well. I'm hearing this collective. So maybe you find yourself like you can't sleep at night, you're overthinking. I'm also hearing, I'm really not liking this, you guys. Really, you know that I rarely say this because everyone is a master of their own destiny. But if everything in this reading resonates, please consider coming on session. I'm also hearing that you would really not, you wouldn't really like your body. I was like literally seeing someone, it's like you're in the evening, you're in your pajamas, you're in your bed, you cannot sleep, you're thinking that it's like your body, you don't like your body, you don't like yourself, and then you spend like overthinking all night, and then you sleep in the morning. A lot of blocks, a lot of insecurities. You're completely cut out from your feminine energy. Okay, so feminine energy, even if someone's a man, we all have, I always say this, we all have masculine and feminine. We have to heal both and teach them to interact with each other, and then it's the time that we're ready for inner union, and we either drop into feminine or rise into masculine, right? But both energies have to be healed within us. I feel like you're completely cut out from your feminine. Feminine is self-love. Feminine is self-worth. Feminine is knowing that I can just be, and that's enough. That's my worth. Feminine is nourishment, is acceptance, is... I also feel like you're cut out from the part of you that is like sensuality. It comes with loving your body, but it has nothing to do with changing your body. Our body, I talk about this all the time. Our body is a vessel. I have a very powerful attunement as well, body love. But I feel like for this collective, it's going to be a little bit too soon. It's not going to help you that much. It's very powerful, but you have to do a little bit of self-work before, right? Do you know what I mean? Maybe a actual live healing session would help you. But loving your body isn't about changing your body, losing weight, or starting to work out. It's about accepting that your body is a temple. It's the most precious gift that you received from the universe. And without changing your body, you would be surprised, okay? When I work with women, and when women start, and I experience this myself, as when a feminine energy starts to change and heal and shift, really dedicates herself. But I'm not talking about session every 3 months and an oracle card here and there. From 2 to 4 months, you're on session. You're following a program. You're following certain routines. When you really start to tap into your femininity, your body will not change, zero. You will not lose weight, but you will transform, because your body is a living organism. If you hate it, it's literally, it's bullied. You're bullying yourself. You're bullying your character, your essence, your soul, your body. Your shadows have completely taken over. When you start to love your body, connect to your body, really feel that energy, unlock the sacral as well within you, connect to your heart, connect to your fire, connect to your sensuality, your sexuality, your body will not change, but you will start to thrive. You will start to thrive. Your sacral must be very, very, very blocked, okay? I'm preparing a very powerful program for healing of sacral chakra, so stay tuned for that. But I feel like this collective, you would really need a very individual sort of approach. Tower, didn't I say that? And I looked at it like this because it's internal and external. Right now you would be having internal and external towers. So maybe you struggle with your external life, living, working situation, living situation, and maybe also internally. Oh, yeah. All right, let's ask, what is it that you need to close? What is it that you really need to close this collective in this period of time? What are your guides asking you to really just leave behind? I feel like we're not going to need few cards, but let's see how things go. Trust your intuition, goddess energy. I feel like it's more like, what do you need to connect to? But let's keep going. Let's see what comes forth. One more. 2 more. Okay, that's fine. Let's take it. Change routine into ritual. I feel like there's something you're really not celebrating life, this collective, right now. You would be really in a dark place. Inner child healing. I'm gonna let you know what I'm hearing.